Konnichiwa, everyone. Today, I would like to start a new series called, well, I have it forgot. I don't know what the name yet is, but I'll probably figure it out. But basically, this is where I review school stuff that I don't really like, and, I'll see if I enjoy it, or if I don't. So, I guess the first part is, everyone's most hated, sorry, fire darkness. Everyone's most hated website in the world. School website, I guess. iXL. Now, if you don't know what iXL is, you're super lucky, or you just don't know about the horrors yet. But basically, iXL is basically a learning platform that was started all the way back in the 2000s. I think back in 1996, they were there. I see as far as the way back machine is. Matter of fact, let me look it up. Yeah, I found it. Here's a screenshot from December 22nd, 1996. Oh shit, my bad. But they were literally around. iXL, that's what it says. But it wasn't really what you think it would be. Instead, it was video stuff, right? And iXL only became educational in, wait, when? Okay, so I went back as far as it could actually go. And iXL actually kind of slowly became iXL on July 5th, 2008. So this is what the website was like back in 2008. It's way different than what it is now. And back then, they only had reading. They only had, no, not reading. They only had math. They did not have reading. They did not have social studies. They did not have Spanish. I'm pretty sure they did not have science. Nothing. It's just math. So, and it kind of progressed through the years. And they added the 2008 website only had pre-K to 3rd grade, but then June 29th, 2010 it had 6th grade, and then I'm trying to pinpoint when it did reading. It did 8th. It has 8th grade. I do not know. Hold on, let me check. That looks so different. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. So, in 2012, June 29th, they actually added algebra. But it's not over. They had geometry, trigonometry, and other advanced topics on the way. So, I'm trying to pinpoint when they did, reading shit. Because it's kind of hard to do. Oh, here it is. So, this is a sketcher from October 2nd, 2013. And you can see it has math and language arts as well, but only language arts in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade. Nowhere else. They had an iPad app around this time, and this website kind of looked better than what it is now. Let's just fast forward 2017. Right? Let's fast forward 2017. Yeah, we're skipping all the way to 2017. Oh wait, hold on. No, I don't want to go back. God damn it, I'm gonna have to do more cuts. Okay, so I couldn't want to go to 2017, but I went to January 1st, 2015, and they had language arts in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And then the English language arts, around this time, the English language arts is now available on the iPad app, and then coming soon was 9th and 10th grade language arts. So it's gonna be a different category, obviously, since you can't have 9th and 10th grade language arts in Algebra 1 and Geometry. That doesn't make any sense. So, yeah. So I found this website from January 5th, 2016, and they actually introduced science and social studies. Look at this. So, as early as 2nd grade, you could do science and social studies, and as early as 1st grade, you could do language arts. So, science and social studies were only in 2nd grade through 5th grade. And then language arts is do the whole thing. And they had to rename the Algebra 1 geometry, Algebra 2 and pre-calculus things into the respective ones, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th for language arts, which is good. So now basically, this is almost the first time where language arts is in every single category. The only thing that's not in is kindergarten and pre-K. So, yeah, cool. All right, I found this. I found the archive for September 7th, 2016, and the reason why I'm doing 2016 here twice is because this is the first time that language arts, which has been introduced back in 2013, is now in every single category. Talking pre-K all the way to 12th grade. There also is calculus in there, but let's be honest, who the fuck cares about pre-calculus and calculus other than 12th graders or 11th graders? Who cares about that anyway? But I'm gonna fast forward to like 2018 type shit. Alright, I'm gonna take a little detour because there's two things that are here. First of all, the other side is getting closer and closer and closer to being just like the modern day one. But also, a new thing got introduced. Now, what is probably one of the most popular languages other than, the English, right? And if you guess Spanish, you're correct, because they just introduced Spanish, too. They just introduced Spanish around October 2017. So, yeah, I had to take a little detour because two things happened. One less important than the other, but whatever. Now I'm going to move on to 2018 for real this time. Okay, so we're in 2018. This is February 24th, 2018. And almost nothing's changed. I mean, still the same 5 things. And this was there since 2017. 1 in 9 U.S. students use iXL. Over 40 billion questions answered. And there's also one thing that I'm just kind of like impressed about, honestly. They have this counter at the bottom of the website that counts how many questions are answered. And I'm not even kidding when I say this. It's counting. Like, you're saying there's 41 billion questions answered, but you see the counter? It's counting. I'm surprised. I'm like, whoa, it's still counting? Wow. Maybe Wayback Machine is more advanced than I thought it would be. Maybe it'd be like a static image. Like, not static, like stat page with no updating counters. That's just kind of cool. I like it. Alright, so we're now in February 26, 2019. And 1 in 8 U.S. students, as I said, it was 1 in 9 originally. And over 50 billion questions answered. Billions, bro. I'm pretty sure like the population is like 7.5 million. Billion. So like you can like lap around that number pretty much like 7 times, which is they lap that number pretty much 7 times in questions. So like, yeah, and only 1 in 8 kids use iXL. But as you can kind of tell, it's starting to become almost exactly like how iXL is. It's starting to kind of be. So let's fast forward to 2020, the COVID era. Oh wait, I loaded up. Now, over 60 billion questions answered. They just keep going up by They just keep going up by 10 billion. Every single time I go past 40 here. Also, more than 8 million students at iXL. And the counter, well, that number, billion. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, let's just go like 2022 or some shit. Alright. Now, this is where it really gets to that territory where, okay, it's so fucking obviously iXL that is not even funny. But, we're now on January 26, 2022. And, first thing you know is 1 in 5 students use iXL for academic help and enrichment. Actually, help and enrichment. Yeah, no. But, as early as 26th or 25th, I don't know. But, they actually reached 100 billion questions answered. And more than 12 million students use iXL. 12 million. And, I can see, like, on the 26th, they just reached that goal. Like, damn. But, Spanish is still here. There's more skills, though. And, it just gets more boring. So, this trial was like 2023 or some shit. I don't know. 110 billion. Oh, also 2023. I think, 2023. Hold on, I'll fast forward, but yeah, it's gonna be important. Okay, so I'm trying to go to 2023 because 2023 was when I started using iXL. But yeah, I'm in the Canadian version of iXL. I mean, everything's still in English, but they call preschool junior K. And then they go like grade 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's kind of like the same, right? But they have 130, and ABC. I don't know when they had like games in here. Probably around 2019, I guess. But I'm guessing 2019. But yeah, I'm not gonna go through like I'm not gonna go through the whole Western thing using fucking Canadian. Even though it goes back to 2011, I'm not using Canadian. So yeah. No, I'm not using Canadian. So let's just go to like 2024. Alright. 2024. So I'm pretty sure they introduced social studies. Yeah, they introduced social studies. Pretty sure they introduced that 2022 or 2023. So they introduced that like really recently. But they reached 144 and they reached 144 billion questions answered. I can't say million. But yeah. So let's fast forward to now. So the latest archived is April 9th, 2026, right? And still 1 and 4. And I think around March they actually reached 200 billion questions answered. They reached 200 billion in March, I think, which is really, really like, I'm like, wow. Like they reached it in literally about like I think since 2008 or something. Just 2008 to 2026, they had only reached that goal in 18 years. So they reached that goal in 18 years. Just like really nice. Really long, I guess. Nice long. But the only language that you can actually kind of learn is Spanish. I mean, I get they're not trying to be like Duolingo, but like, come on. We need more. We need like French or something. Heck, I'll even accept German at this point. But hey, you can't get anything. So now that the history lesson is over, I want to talk about Excel and how people dislike it. For one, when they say immersive learning experience, it's not immersive at all because analytics recommendations, maybe. But the real-time diagnostic is not it, gang. It's not it. Awards is not going to help it either. Like, maybe for little kids or big kids, it's worthless. It's literally just pixels on the screen that you can actually use as your fucking wallpaper or some shit. So, like, it's useless and completely dumb. Now the smart score. The smart score. So, the smart score is, like, the worst thing of it all. Worst. Like, it's the worst because basically, sorry for the words. How it works is that, jeez, my gosh. All right, fine. How it works is you basically answer like questions, and then you might get like 10 points. Oh, you get 9 points, but like as soon as you get to like that like 70 zone, then it just gives you like 5 points. Get to like 80 zone, then it gives you like 3. And if you get to the challenge zone, and God forbid you're trying to get to 100, that's just going to add like 2 points or even 1 point. It might happen. And, yeah, you better not, and you know what I mean, you better not get a question wrong on like 80, at least 80, otherwise they're going to bring you down, like 80 to like maybe at 68. Like, bro. And if you're on like 90%, if you're on like 88, 89%, and if you get it wrong, you go back down like 80 or 79. Like, it's so terrible. Like, I know like the system is like, oh, I mean, failure builds up success, right? But at the same time, like, why are you doing that if, like, it's not making kids, like, love iXL. It makes kids hate it. Like, they really just want to, like, punch their iPad because it's just so dumb and so stupid. Now, social studies is kind of like a sweet spot. I mean, like, they have like this, like, order thing, and, like, you don't actually, you can fail at it, but you don't actually, go down. I'm to my calculations, but you can't actually go down-ish. But, for, like, math and language arts, you can. I don't know about science, though. I never tried iXL science, but social studies is kind of like a sweet spot. That's why I kind of like social studies iXLs, but any other else, no. Especially if it's hard as fuck. No. So, should your school use iXL? Hell no. Like, I would like, teachers, if you watch this, I would go as far away to iXL as possible. Like, go on, like, I mean, my science teacher, she uses, like, she uses GameKit to, like, help us learn and stuff, and, like, it's actually competitive, and it's actually really, really cool. It's really competitive, but this is not competitive at all. This is, like, a single-player experience that is unfun and just frustrating. Now, I mean, iXL, congratulations on getting 200 billion answers from 18 million students at iXL that just find this miserable, other than, like, preschoolers. And preschool's, like, 3rd grade, they just thought, this thing is what's that's cool. But, like, 4th grade and above, hell no. But actually, no, 6th grade and above, hell no. 4th and 5th were, like, iffy. But, yeah. Probably, like, in the middle, like, I don't know if I like this or not. Whatever. But, yeah. So, I can't believe, iXL existed all the way back in 1996. And back in 1996, like, it wasn't nearly the website it was, like, now. I mean, again, look at this website. This is from the 1996 December 22nd issue. Like, it's so 90s, and, like, it's just different. Like, instead of just being, like, instead of it just being an education system, they literally, like, do, like, CD-ROM titles, kiosks. Basically, it's kind of like PC shit. Like, CD-ROMs, maybe a PC, and, like, video and stuff. I did not know what to do. Like, why iXL? Like, why? There's so strong history in the interactive industry. Like, they weren't even linked with education. There's links, like, technology. Like, they have, like, talented folks in Memphis, Atlanta, New York, and Charlotte. Like, it was nowhere near. And then now fast forward to 2026. Literally, it's been 30 years since iXL came to be. Almost, actually not 30 years, it's 29 years. But technically, it's been 30 years. And now look at this, it's just, like, so terrible, so stupid and stuff. Oh wait, I miscalculated. They actually hit that, like, January 2026, if not December 2025. So that's when they hit 200 billion. Wait, why is that not updated? What? Okay, yeah, they got to update the website. Fuck. They need to figure out to update the website. But anyway, should you use iXL? No. Bottom line. That's about it. See ya.